5 reasons why it might be worth you considering stimulant medication. And it is not lazy to take stimulant medication, as some may suggest. It is also not masking the problem, as some people may suggest. There is a reason why inattentive ADHDers could have a better life with stimulant meds. So here we go. Number 1, overwhelm. Inattentive ADHDers struggle with overwhelm, and that could be that one day it could be 1 or 2 things that overwhelm you, or on another day it could be 4 or 5 things that overwhelm you. But that overwhelm is real. It is exhausting. It can also lead to anxiety, and it can also lead to depression and self-loathing because you're not doing what you want to do because you're overwhelmed. And so the stimulant medication gets rid of that overwhelm. Mine, gone completely. Number 2, stimulant medication, you can become tolerant to it. So that's another reason why people don't want to use it or try it, because they're worried they'll really like it and then they can't use it. The reality is that when you're on the stimulant medication, it's really important that you create new habits. So you have neural pathways in your brain, and when you start to do something over and over and over and over, that neural pathway is developed, and then it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So if you have an old habit that's not working for you, that habit is now very, very strong. When you want to create a new habit, it's very, very weak at the beginning, and you have to constantly think about it or be disciplined about it. ADHDers with inattentiveness really struggle with the discipline side. So we may want to have a planner and use it every single day to make our lives easier, but after day 4, we forget it exists. Or we think, actually, this isn't working for us, when in reality, if we just carried on a little bit longer, it would have worked. So what the stimulant medication does is it gives you that discipline to create those new habits in your life. So for me, I'm creating a new habit around taking my supplements every day. Now, when I was not on stimulant medication, I would forget to take it, or I was too overwhelmed to even take my supplement medication. So now I'm creating this new habit that every day when I have my protein shake, I take my supplements: vitamin D, magnesium, B complex, and vitamin C. And also you can take zinc for your brain function. And so that habit's really starting to get some traction now, and I actually am starting to see that habit forming. So without the stimulant medication, I couldn't do that. Number 3, dopamine habits. When we're not on stimulant medication, we are seeking out dopamine, and that can be very poor habits, and that can be through food or lack of food. We might starve ourselves because that works for us. We may use alcohol, which I did in the evenings, to try and calm my mind down. Drugs. So lots of ADHDers smoke marijuana, and some ADHDers will take harder drugs, stimulant drugs, cocaine. So we're getting what we need from these bad habits. And so when I'm on my Ritalin, I don't crave all of that stuff. I don't crave the alcohol in the evenings anymore, because my brain isn't overwhelmed and there's nothing going on inside of it that's making me want to think that I need a drink to get it to shut up. So again, it helps you with that. And then number 4, I've got to try and remember this because it was a list of 5, wasn't it? So number 4 is those racing thoughts and intrusive thoughts and obsessive thoughts. So one of the things I used to do was obsessively have the same conversation in my head over and over and over, or the same thought about something over and over and over. And that would just drive me mad, and I would get anxiety. So the stimulant medication gets rid of that, and so I'm able to then focus. I can get stuff done. I don't have any procrastination anymore. First of all, I still had it, but the stimulant medication allowed me to overrule that and get on with stuff. So again, what I'm doing is, procrastination is a habit. So it's a very strong habit in ADHD. And so what I'm now doing is, when my brain goes, oh, let's not do that, it's too hard, or let's not start that because that's really complicated, I'm actually going, no, let's give it a go. And then I'm doing it and realizing that actually it's not a big deal. So I'm now getting rid of the procrastination habit, and now I'm dealing with the fact that I can get stuff done. And that's number 5. You get shit done. when you're on stimulant medication, you get stuff done. Where you may, like, I'm a business owner, emails, my God, I used to put them off and put them off and put them off. And now, get shit done, get them all done. And then I would also really struggle with my phone calls, and I would dread them before I had them. And now I don't dread them. I just get them done. So stimulant medication does have its side effects, and that's one of the reasons why some people don't want to take it or they stop taking it. So here are some of the side effects. Yes, it can, in the beginning, increase anxiety. If you can get yourself through that, it will get easier, it will get better. I also take an anti-anxiety medication in the evening, which also helps me with sleep as well. Mirtazapine I take. That has helped. The other one is jittery. Lots of people will say they feel very jittery. Again, yeah, what you can do is you can go down a 10 milligrams, or you can just try and get through that. So for me, excuse me, I was jittery on and off until I'm on my final dose now, or the dose that works for me, which is 50 milligrams. And so I had 2 different increases in that time, and that was probably about 6-week period. So if you're having any kind of side effects that you think are affecting you, just take the time off. If you can, take the time off, go to the doctor, get them to give you a sick note or something. If you can afford to do it, take the time off, get yourself through those side effects, because your stimulant medication, your brain is going, whoa, what is this? And so eventually it will go, oh, we're having this again, are we? And then it will get used to it. So other side effects, it can make you very hyper. Inattentiveness, we don't typically have hyperness, do we? And that usually is about the first 1 to 2 hours. That's when I get all my stuff done. All my housework, all my admin from my business, most of my sales calls. I get it all done in those couple of hours where I'm like, I can do anything. And that is what can make people feel very strange. And also personality. Some people say it changes their personality, dampens feelings. Again, that can be just temporary. And it also could be that needed to be dampened. That needed to be suppressed a little bit. But it hasn't changed my creativity. My creativity is still the same, except now I can focus on one thing at a time rather than jumping all over the place and going on Amazon and buying everything. So yeah. Those are my 5 tips. I have waffled on, I apologise. This is ADHD, and also I'm those first 2 hours of my meds. So there you go. If you want to talk to me, there's an email button above. If you want to have a chat about stimulant medication, I'm more than happy to speak to you, because I'm still in that first 2 months of taking it. And I've got dry mouth at the moment, which you just have to drink more. And so if you want to talk through any of your side effects, I'm more than happy to do that. Have a good day.